Right.
And I was about to call you by the other name. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if you want that out there.
Hey, man. Regardless. All right. No. Botched intro or not, what's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of UnQuantized podcast. And as I was just talking to Young Trizza about earlier at the top of the show, this is the last show of the year.
It's so hard to say. Well, it's not really goodbye, but it's like a
we'll see you later. We'll definitely see you later. But yeah, it's the last show of the year, so we're gonna get some air horns up to that. And we're gonna get some air horns to my Amazon package that just arrived.
Hey, shout out to Prime. You know what I mean? 2-day delivery on you.
Facts. Bruh. So we've reached the end of another year, man. How do you feel? This tying into how was your week, but how was your week? And this is the end of the year. How do you feel?
My week, bro, I'm still on the lazy train. I'm not gonna front, bro. This is great, and I'm scared for my business because now I don't want to do anything. And yeah, I'm worried about this because now I've fallen into this thing where I don't want to do anything ever, and I'm enjoying it. So it's been great. I've been playing a lot of games. I got a new computer, Call of Duty, and it up. You know what I mean? So yeah, if I go bankrupt and lose all my money, it's because I've become lazy, and that's it. So that's been great so far. And then and for the year, I can't front out, even though the whole quarantine has sucked and it's been like terrible. Business wise, it's been great. I'm not even gonna front. Like business wise, because I feel like now I've had time to sit down and do stuff that I normally wouldn't do. So I like learned like the stock market is a thing I've learned that I've been meaning to do. Figured out a bunch of stuff on the web that I've been meaning to do, and it's paying off. So the year's been, I can't complain. I mean, I feel like we've made the best out of what we were given. What about you?
Man, listen, the week itself, this was a milestone week for me because it was the last week of heavy work. I thought there wouldn't be any more heavy work after Thanksgiving. I lied. But
Silly
this
Negro.
was the last week of heavy work. Now, it's funny that you mentioned it. What now until the end of the year is going to be is I got a list of things that I've been meaning to get around to, things I've been meaning to figure out, things I've been meaning to start or launch or stuff like that. So now that is what these last 2 weeks, and I'm not even going to front, the first week of the new year is going to be. So I'm going to be on that. You worked hard for the year, relax, but still doing work related stuff. Because even on my time off, what I'm doing is still related to this in some form of fashion. I also have to agree with you in the fact that this week, with it being it's been a very tough year. I'm not gonna lie, especially with me in the last month or so, it's been super tough. But financially, though, business wise, I will say this might be the best year on record. Actually, I'm almost sure it's the best year on record. So. Despite how things have been in the world and even things in my personal life have been, the business managed to sustain itself, and it sounds like yours did too. So I'm wondering why we're choosing to abandon them for a couple weeks at the end. We're like, all right, business, thanks for holding me down. I'll see you later.
The business is like sometimes you just need a break from your girl. It ain't that you don't love her. You just need the absence to make the heart grow fonder sometimes.
You know what I mean?
Just a little space, just for a little bit.
Space,
that's it. I just want to play Call of Duty. You know what I mean? I just want to chill, hang out. You know what I mean? Play a little spades. That's it.
There you go.
I'll be back.
There you go. I just want Ableton 11 a little bit.
Ooh, a little Fruity Loops 20.8. You know what I mean?
That's it. That's all we want, man. So listen, I'm gonna open this thing up to the chat. What was the best thing that happened to you this year, or what's one positive thing that you take away from this year? Because we know about all the negative stuff for this year. That's, you don't got to be a genius to know what was wrong this year. But what's something positive that happened to you? What's something positive that you saw this year? Just something positive about 2020.
Hey.
And while people are putting that, I have a question for you, Young Trevor.
Why go on to my youths?
Well, first of all, you see, today I got on
my
young Captain America shirt. And do you know why I have on a Captain America shirt, sir? Do you know?
Because you're really 70, 80 years old and you were created by some German soldiers to save the sound game?
Well, not only that, not only that, apparently on Monday, December 21st, black people are getting superpowers from out of nowhere.
Wait, what?
Did you hear about that?
No.
Oh man, you didn't hear about the new cosmic stimulus package that's going on for black people?
Wait, what?
So,
I missed
so
this one.
apparently on December 21st, Jupiter and some planet are going to align in a doggy style fashion or something. I don't know what's happening cosmically, but they're saying something became of this whole cosmic thing where black people are supposed to get superpowers because it only affects people with melanin. Something black Twitterish, outrageously hilarious.
No, let me
So
ask you, did Dr. Umar say this? Because this gonna it's gonna change how I look at this whole
I don't know. Dr. Scholes could have said this shit. I have no clue.
Dog.
However, with it being fun, I'm just gonna put on my Marvel shirt and I'm gonna be, I guess I'm black in America. I don't know what's going on. All this sounds kind of crazy. But I'm asking you, if you had a superpower, what would it be?
That's a good question. I feel like it's changed over the years because I used to want to like do all this like, like fly and all this stuff. I think I would want to be able to teleport. I'm not even gonna front. If I could teleport, I'm
From place
out
to
here.
place or time to time?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean,
Yeah.
if both, if I would take both if possible, but even place to place, bro. I'm doing 3 or 4 sessions. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go to LA, do a session, then I'm gonna go to Santa Rita, Greece, take a little lunch break, then come back. You know what I mean? To LA real
Kind of
quick.
far.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna go to Atlanta. You know what I mean? Hit up the club real quick, and then back. You know what I mean?
Kind of far. Okay. Okay. That's a dope one. That's a dope
Yeah.
one. Teleporting place to place. I wouldn't want to teleport from time to time. I feel like I might destroy the world or something like that.
You can't go backwards. It's only forwards because it gets tricky going backwards.
But what if you go forward to a time where you're already dead? What happens to you then?
Ooh, it's a little
Ah.
dark oracle.
Okay, so anyway, but yeah, I don't know what my superpower would be. It definitely would not be mind reading. That seems like horrible. Every time you see somebody in a movie with mind reading powers, they never can control it.
And they got a headache all the time. They
Yeah,
look
it's
like
always
DJ
like
Khaled.
yeah, that's a fact.
They
That's a
look like
fact.
a
So it
DJ
wouldn't be
Khaled
that.
album cover, like
It would be something with Sonics though.
yeah.
It would definitely be something with Sonics.
Well,
So
if y'all see me in LA Monday, is because this whatchamacallit happened, and I got a superpower and I teleported.
that's a fact.
Yeah.
Dope. That'll work. That'll work. All right, man. What are people saying? What's their positive things? Can you see what's happening in this
Let's
chat?
see. I'm called the Pimper because of my mutant powers. Hey.
All right, Jerry.
Hey, all
I
right.
see you out there. And Jerry live in Vegas too, so that's some places that could go to good use.
He got that Dragon Ball Z backhand. Better have my money.
Wait, Beach Music said, "I wish my superpower was to cure any and all disease." Now that is noble.
That's
Listen,
noble.
you can start with the major diseases, but once you knock those out, I need you to hit this haterism. I need you to knock that out. I need you to knock that out of the world too, because hating is at an all-time high.
Yeah, that's a fire one. And I mean, you could be great and just like give that pop. I feel like that comes with a lot of headache though, because once people know that people are going to be like hounding you to cure everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, yeah, I feel like it's one of those ones. It's great in theory and it's like very noble, but I feel like it's going to be a The Boys episode about that, about how the dude is like stressed out. His phone won't stop ringing.
Facts, Dr. Beats J. Gupta. Yeah, no, that's what's up. And real quick, just to side swipe from that conversation, did you see to get everybody to have trust in the vaccine? A lot of like public officials and stuff are getting the vaccine live on TV or live on the internet.
Yeah, I've also seen people faking the joints, and that girl passed out today. She took it. She took it and passed out like 10 minutes later. I'm like, oh, let y'all figure that out.
Somehow I feel like we can watch 1,000 people take this okay, and then one person have like a headache afterwards. We're like, nah, not fucking with it.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm
not
cool.
fucking with it.
I don't take Tylenol, dog. I'm one of them people. If I'm nauseous, I do like my grandma say, lick some salt. You know, we from the country, dog. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, lick some salt. That is a treatment, and ginger ale is medicine.
Dog, ginger ale is the medicine. There's
There
no
you go.
other medicine besides ginger ale.
I'm mixing medicine with my liquor right now.
Yeah. It's called cough syrup. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Let's see. Eric says sold a beat this year with the Sound Oracle sample. Hey man, congratulations to you, brother. Congratulations to anyone that sold a beat this year. And if you were actively trying and you didn't sell any beats this year, you learned a lot this year. Another year is upon you.
Facts.
Hit the ground running. You know what I mean? Don't want to hear none of that. Don't want to hear no sob stories around here.
May your royalty check be prosperous, my brother.
Ooh, yes. May your middlemen be few. Yes.
I feel like we need to come up with a bunch of toasters like may your royalty checks be filled with commas.
May your 808 rattle chest from coast to coast.
May your snares be crispy with not too much reverb.
That is a fact. I want to shout out a couple people too. I guess I'm all over the place on this particular show.
Why not?
With it being the last show of the year. Real quick, I wanted to salute Quintendo Power. Had a dope consultation with him last week. A lot can be said for people who can take things gradually and logically. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you gotta move. But in those times where you can do things logically and you realize you got a little bit of time, it's always best to move that way. I was talking to him, and that just, as the Reverend would say, that's something that was put on my heart during that conversation. So
good people too. He be helping me out, man. Shout out to him.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, Quintendo been down since day one. Also, man, I gotta shout out my guy. Hold on, where's my air horn, man? Let me tune this joint up.
Wheel up.
I gotta shout out my guy, Young Realistic, out here in the world. Realistic. Yes, he got a mixing credit on a song. Is Music Soul Child and somebody hot new Christmas number.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Shout out to the guy getting his credits up, man. You know what I mean? That's part of the goal. Young Realistic getting his credits up. So him and Amon got a engineering credit, I believe, on this new Christmas Music Soul Child thing. So shout out to them. You know what I mean? Big things going on. Even up to the end of the year, man. We still getting these W's up to the very, very end of the year. And we're kicking off 2021 with W's too.
Hey, bro, yes, I just got that email, cuz, you know what I mean? We going 2021.
Oh, hold on, man. My crowd. The crowd thought they had a day off, but apparently not.
Oh, and I'm calling this, bro. I'm calling it 2021 Rookie of the Year, Chambers, my bro. Watch out for him. I'm telling you, when I say he's going to go crazy, guarantee it. I'm putting money on it. I'll put Chambers against anybody. My bro's going to go ham this year. 2021, he's taking off. He's Zion Williams right now. You know what I mean? Young Chambers.
Shout out to him, man. Whoa, I don't even know.
You got the pitch on that joint?
Some like bagpipes.
Yeah. My dog in the Ableton tinkering.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good here. Let's see. Awesome, Realistic. Yes, sir. Yeah. My guy. He got that.
Oh, putting in work, man. I'm not. Yes, he's one of the people you're not surprised, because he every time I look, he's working. You know what I mean? So I'm not surprised. But anytime I see some success come from him, I'm not surprised. It's like, yeah, that man been working. He deserves it.
Facts. Oh, always working, man. Shout out to him.
Oh, shout out to friend of the show. I'm gonna say Caleb B.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
2K, you know what I mean?
Oh, yes, indeed. Come on, man.
He's always on 2K. I feel like the soundtrack belongs to him.
Young man Samusa.
Yeah, he's on it. This is the second year, bro. And shout out to Simba. Simba produced it. It's him and Simba's record.
Come on, man. This UnQuantized community. It's something.
We out here. Y'all, man. We out here, man. We working, man.
It's something about y'all. So listen, we have a producery question, and this is a pretty good question. I think this one is definitely going to be a clip on Instagram. All right. So here's the question. Would an artist ask for a custom beat? When is a good time to bring up payment? If you ask, listen, before you start the custom beat.
Yeah.
That word custom pushes a lot of things to the
Hmm.
front. Listen, you don't want to get involved. In all honesty, you don't want to get involved and start making this thing, and then you crafting it, and the person's telling you, "Nah, switch up
Hmm.
the snare and switch up the hat," and then you want to name your price, and they want to disagree, and you want to talk about how much work you did. You can see how crazy it can become, and how fast it can become crazy
Oh yeah.
when someone wants custom specialized work. There's going to be some specialized way that this has to go, and payment should be one of the first things discussed before you even get
Hmm.
into how you like your hats. You need to talk about this payment, and furthermore, in my opinion, you need to get at least half up front
Big facts.
before you like, yo, do you like your 808s clean or with a little distortion on them? Before you even
Hmm.
get into all of that, you should get half that money up front.
Yeah,
What you
because
feel?
no, I agree completely. Because people don't talk about like revisions is a thing. Like people are going to be like, oh well, I wanted this many changes. So it's like if you don't talk about that at the beginning, your price that you think for this one beat is going to end up really you having to redo stuff 4 or 5 times, and you didn't price that in. So you need to talk about all of that stuff up front because bro, when I used to, the only reason I didn't like stick around as like a designer, bro, is because I would hate doing all that extra stuff. It wasn't the design part; it was the dealing with the people and
Yes.
revisions and all that stuff. And I was just like, bro, I don't like this, bro. Like, this is, I'm just doing this for the check anyway. And then on top of that, you're asking me for way more stuff. So with the beats, you got to think of all of that stuff of and then two people will flake out on you. You know how many people will say they want
Always.
something and then don't follow through. So I feel like that down payment is what makes people like
Oh
serious.
yeah. You
Because
gotta have some skin in the game.
yeah, you got to be invested just like I am. So yeah,
That's
definitely.
a fact. But you brought up something good. Revisions, bro.
Mhm.
First of all, clearly outline what a revision is.
That's right.
Because a revision to you might not be a revision to somebody else. And if you give a person a
Mhm.
limited number of revisions and they're like, oh, I just asked you to pitch something down. And to you, that might be a revision. To them, it might not be a revision. Like you got to be very clear, but most important, get the down payment up front and
Mhm.
also set some type of limitation, especially a time limitation on how long you can work on this. Because somebody can have you doing revisions to the cows come home. Like you gotta, it has to be some type of endpoint. And I've been in those situations long time ago where it just got bad because at a certain point you're gonna feel like you've done more work than is required, and you're ready
Exactly.
to throw in the towel. And that person, they just getting started with the
Mhm.
revisions and the changes and all that. So clearly outline this. Don't 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 take it for a joke. Like know when you're gonna tap out and put some type of end on it. But most importantly, start talking about payment ASAP and get that down payment up front.
ASAP Ferg, Rocky,
All
12E,
of them.
all of them, the
Yes,
whole
indeed.
ASAP game. Oh,
Yes,
and,
indeed.
and I would add too, bro.
Hmm.
At the beginning, make sure that you like clearly talk about because sometimes people be like, "Oh, I want an up tempo beat," and their idea of up tempo is completely different than what you're thinking. So I would ask questions like, "What's your goal? What you trying to accomplish with this? Like,
Give me
what's the
some
vibe?"
examples.
Yeah, exactly. Because if not, you're gonna be like, because people be like, "Oh man, just make me something great," and then you make it, and it's like they hate it. So
Yeah,
try to get as close and as much details about what they're looking for at the beginning to save you time and cut down on the revisions and stuff like that because all of that stuff is going to come apart.
that's a fact. That is a fact. That was a good question though.
Yeah, it was a good question.
Yeah,
Let's see.
definitely.
Okay, Tony Versati says the tag was Flames Trizzle. Oh, shout out to Tony.
Come on, young.
Going hand with the
Shout
going
out to
hand,
Tony,
getting that
man.
brand right. Shout out to you, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Young Yo Buddy says, "Are consultations open, Oracle?"
Um,
Yeah,
consultations.
that was that holiday side.
I thought about. I want to be like, yeah, what
Oh
you need?
no.
But I'm like, ooh, nah. Wait, life set up. Consultations will resume. Um, the first week in January. They
Yeah.
will. As a matter of fact, I'm about to publish a new website page. It's going to be the same page, but the only difference is the banner will be different and the consultation thing in the title bar will be gone for
Oh,
about 2 weeks. However, if you want to start the year off right, hit me up and let me know you want to book a consultation at the top of the year, and I'll get you set up now, but it won't happen until January.
yeah. We're you getting that reply email? We're on vacation.
I'm on how my people overseas do it. I'm on holiday, mate.
Oh yeah, definitely. DJ
Yeah.
912 says finally finished the Shopify store, on vacation now though. Hey,
Come on.
that's 2 goals, bro. That's 2 joints I like. 1 that you're on vacation, shout out to you.
Yes, sir.
And then 2 that you finished Shopify store. Hey, congratulations, bro. You're a step closer to getting that guap.
That is a fact. That is a fact. Hey, listen, you can't make the bread if you don't have a basket to put the bread in.
That's fact.
Get you some type of real estate on the internet. Get you a store.
Mhm.
Get you some type of platform other than a social media platform.
That's
Trust me,
facts.
you're going to need it. And also get you an email list, get you a text list, get you all those things to put you in direct contact with the customer.
Like, I feel like I was back in my graphic designer. Me and Young Busy had a good little conversation earlier today.
Shout out to Ben.
I was trying to lend a helping hand on a couple things, and so yeah, man, get them Shopify stores up. You know what I mean? Shout out to Shopify. I've been on, bruh. I have one of the oldest running Shopify stores on the platform. So shout out to them. I've been with them 9-10 years now.
You had one before I had one.
Yeah. So the other business I have is on Shopify. And then the producer kit came a little bit later. So shout out to them. I love it.
Speaking of shop, first of all, shout out to Busy. I don't know if Busy is listening right now, but Busy, I need to talk to you anyway. But Young, realistic, I gotta give it up for realistic. One more time. Every time we do a tutorial, a blog, actually anything that we publish on Shopify that is not a product is always in the top 10% of Shopify stuff that's getting read and getting picked up.
Oh,
Man, shout out to you listed. And the page has been like that. Like the site has been like that for like the last 5-6 years. So every blog, almost every blog in the top 10% of Shopify blogs, every tutorial, all that top 10% of Shopify blogs. So man, shout out to that. Also,
holiday
shout out
season.
to Shopify who interviewed me in January, and then Rona hit, and my interview never came out on the Shopify.
Oh, that's right.
website.
I forgot about that.
I did too until just now. I'm like, wait, did I do a whole interview with Shopify talking about this? But who knows? Maybe it'll come out next year.
You want to do one of those voyage Atlanta? You seen where everybody does the voyage?
Yeah, they hit me up, of course.
Yeah, I just got hit up.
People suggest you.
That's I just got suggested. I'm gonna do it though. I'm taking all the press I can.
Did you see how it goes? The process?
No, I have no idea. I didn't open it.
Send you okay. So they send you a lot of questions, and you have to write out your responses.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna voice note them joints and then get them joints transcribed. Copy paste.
Oh, 100%. Yo, voice note. That's the move for everything.
Oh yeah, it's going down.
Always the move.
Young Umami, what's popping?
Tsunami's in the building.
Long time no see, my friend.
I see she was working, man. She's working. She got some music going on, some new collaborations going on. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at the Tsunami.
I'm sure it sounds expensive. Umami's music sounds like you should be in a high-end mall spending some money somewhere. You know what I mean? Yeah. It gives me that vibe.
Her money. Her music sounds like I should be somewhere in a spa getting exotic elements from the earth rubbed on my limbs for exfoliants.
This red wine. Get this out of here.
Real lava rock from Pompeii. Like, oh, the real Pompeii? I get the real Pompeii.
This champagne isn't rosé. Get it out of here. Yeah.
That's a fact. Yeah, she got expensive music. Shout out to Umami, man. Fan of the show, friend of the show, sister of the show, best friend of the show,
cousin of the show.
Man. Yeah, she all that.
That's facts.
She all that. All right,
You got a question? Because I got one. If you don't,
well, let's do yours first, and then we can do my question.
do you use templates from previous sessions to make beats faster, or is it a better to start fresh? Sorry, I had to dodge around to see the question.
All good. I often will use a template from a previous beat. Well, what I'll do is sometimes I'll start and like, all right, it's usually like a recent beat, and I might start with that template, and then I'll sit and finesse it. If it worked for me more than one time, it's my goal to make that its own template, or it was probably birthed from my original template. I made a dope beat with it, changed a few things, used the last beat as the template, and it worked
Right.
again. So now I'm gonna take whatever the things are that I changed about it, keep those, take all the musical, elements out, all the MIDI and all
Right.
of that stuff, and then just save that over top of the new template since it worked for me more than once.
Oh, that's big facts. Now, even with little stuff, like I get tired of drawing in the 2 and the 4 for the snares and claps. So I
Oh
got like a
yeah.
MIDI where I just like, all right, instant clap, drag that over, boom. So that's out the way. Even though it's 2 seconds, right? I mean, you could click that in no time, but it's just the fact of I do this every time. So it's like, bro, why don't I just make a MIDI, drag it over, and
Yeah.
boom, it's in there. So yeah, I use
Yeah.
templates
Hey,
a
listen.
lot.
Yeah. I revamped that automatic drum beat maker thing.
Oh, so I was just talking
I,
about that.
oh, for real? Yeah, I revamped that. That's even better now.
Mm,
So for those that don't know what we're talking about, I think it's been like 2 years now. I had this thing that just makes the drum pattern for you. If you
right.
go back to some of me and Triz's earlier videos, it's certain times when I would use it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a version that will just change up the pattern and make a different 4 bar or whatever bar pattern. And then it's another version that we used to use a lot where the pattern is constantly changing. You don't realize it, but like nothing ever repeats except for like maybe the snare being on the 2 and the
Right.
4. But like yeah, the kick pattern, the hi-hats, all that just changes constantly, and it's never a loop, but you kind of don't realize it. So I revamped that, and believe it or not, the rest of the year is going to be devoted to a lot of time to doing stuff like fixing the old stuff. I might even break Trinity back out,
Oh
work on
snap!
that a little
Oh
bit.
snap!
Oh yeah.
Shout out
Oh
to
yeah.
Oracle for saying that he would let me borrow that whole setup for a couple months.
uh, well, listen, we,
Peer pressure.
we can work that out like the custom beat. We can work that out.
You got to put it. You got to use the secret. I had to put that in the atmosphere. You know what I mean? Just like
I
throw it
see
out
that.
there.
Like automatic beats. Let's get these placements.
Yeah. Oh man, that was funny.
No, that was good. That was good.
K Cash says, "What are some cheat codes from studio sessions that we've learned?" That's a good question.
Um, yeah, that's dope. One of the biggest cheat codes from studio sessions, it's not really a cheat code. Is I guess you could really just think of it as collaboration, but like
Mm.
having people that are good at their thing that they do and just passing it off, or even working together. But it sounds simple, like all right, you might be good at this, and your man's good at the keys, and your other man is good at the 808s, and then boom, y'all jam out. It sounds simple, it sounds logical because it is, but what really made it a cheat code for me was when I was finally able to start having sessions with major producers and major artists, and I'm seeing like that's
Mm.
how some of the best shit that we've ever heard got created. Just from that, like, and everybody involved in the situation is usually good at just making everything on their own, but they are able to identify what they're very special at, and then they just play their part. And I watched
Right.
the greatest of the greats do that for months and months and months on end and birth some of the greatest music that we've ever heard, not just in the last couple of years, just
Mm.
ever in our lifetime. And I'm like, that's the
Yeah,
move,
yeah.
bro,
No,
for
that's
sure.
facts. I think mine, and it's not like a super amazing cheat code, but it's like it just works so well. Is be prepared, like prep for your sessions. Because like a lot of times when we go to sessions, somebody be like, yo, you got a session tomorrow with such and such, pull up and you're going to make something from scratch, right? A lot of people can't make stuff from scratch. It's a hard thing to do, right? Because it's like you just got to pull ideas out the air, and then you got to have a certain confidence to make stuff from scratch. And what helps a lot is how we talk about templates and having certain stuff, but just knowing what certain stuff is, so it's like easy to find, and then having tools to like help everything go better, you know, and smoother. Because especially if you're in there with an artist, you feel like you under the clock all the time. You feel like the pressure is on, like, oh, I got to hurry up and make something fire. So I just put everything together. I go through and like, all right, I like this idea. I'm gonna put this loop over here. You know what I mean? Like, all right, this might be something I was working on that might work. You know, so I'm gonna throw this over here. And I have like, I come in with a folder already of ideas and just different stuff that I could use in those sessions. So when I pull up, I'm not just like starting from complete zero. I'm already got some kind of idea and foundation of certain stuff that I'm gonna do in there. And then to me, I feel like it helps with your confidence. It just helps you feel more comfortable of knowing like, definitely. All right, a direction towards it.
Yeah. Also, it helps your reputation a lot.
Oh yeah.
A lot. One of the ways that I ended up getting a good reputation with a lot of people is that I would come in and have stuff ready to, you know, just ready to go. Like you said, you already got certain ideas set aside, and if that don't work and you got to cook up from scratch, you got, you know, a certain template or just certain things going along, and people are like, damn, like it went from silence to whatever this is in about 5 minutes.
Right.
And people are impressed by that. You know what I mean? Where you might be working with somebody else and they still loading up, and you're like, no, I got this idea here, I got this going on here. So as Joey French said, what up, French? There is power in preparation. That is true. Hive Mind in the building also.
Hey, what up?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Umami says Producer
Dan,
Power Summit 2021. Hey.
Yes.
Big facts. Once I'm off vacation, that is the first thing I'm really going to tackle. That's going to be my next thing I'm working on.
Yeah. When you get off vacation, swing by and pick me up off of my vacation, and then we can make a beeline straight to the work.
I'm gonna slap the margaritas out your hands, like, come on, man, we got work to do.
I'm like, okay, one more sip.
Yeah, but it's probably definitely gonna be virtual. But you know, I feel like it's gonna be cool because even though I do want to meet up with everybody, you know, one, I'm not trying to catch the Rona. Not saying anybody in here got the Rona, but you know. Let's keep the odds, the chances. Yeah, let's keep the chances low. And then two, I do feel like it being virtually, we could get more guests. Because when it's like in person, you got to do all this like schedule navigating and getting people in. Virtual, we could finesse.
There might be a lot of flights or you know, all that type of stuff.
We could finesse some guests. You know what I mean? So I think it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be some gems in there. Yeah. Trust that. If anything we're gonna get, it's gonna 100%. Get some gems. Yeah. So I'm excited.
So if when we have the Producer Power Summit 2021, if you're gonna be there, spam some hearts. I just want to see how many people finna show up. And also, ticket price is gonna be low. It's gonna be low.
Holiday season.
Definitely.
We should do it on Clubhouse, the Chatty House.
The Chatty House.
The Chatty House, dog. Clubhouse, man. I'm towards the outs on Clubhouse right now.
Okay, I want to talk about this because I have a question about Clubhouse. But go on.
It's just getting a little wild, bro. I'm not gonna front Clubhouse, and I get it. The networking and stuff is incredible, right? But when I feel like such one of those like hipster guys, like when something becomes popular, it's like, oh, I don't like that anymore. That's me with Clubhouse. It's like now I don't like it anymore because it's too wild now. It's too many people in there. At one point, it was like you had to be somebody to get in there, right? You had to be like up there, right? And know somebody. It was very like hush hush. And it was great then because all the chats were like very businessy. Everything seemed like a TED talk, right? Yeah. Now, bro, they had a contest of like win $300 for men if you moan. Who got the best moan? It's weird stuff going on in Clubhouse like that. And these are the rooms. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, how did I get here? Like, why is this room popping up on my?
I think you've answered my question. I think you already answered my question. Well, my thing with Clubhouse was, and shout out to you, you sent me my first invitation on Clubhouse. The thing is, when you sent the invitation, of course, my life got a little crazy. I went away for a whole month, and I just wasn't even into the internet and all that.
Right.
So fast forward. I've been back for what, a couple weeks, maybe 2 weeks, and I still had not signed up for it. But while I was gone, the little bit I did hear about it made me feel like, as you said, like the hipster guy when something became too cool. So now I'm like, damn, should I even still sign up for it? Because now I got like 8 invitations or like 10
Sorry.
but
Beats Music, I hate you, bro. Why did you?
What is that? Hold on.
No, it's on YouTube. I'm not even gonna bring it up because I was gonna. Oh man, you got to be careful with Clubhouse because you learn about a lot about a person.
I don't want to know about
indirectly.
Nobody.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to.
I don't want to know
I'm
about
trying
people.
to carefully tiptoe through this.
Come on, it's last show of the year. No need for tiptoeing.
You learn a lot about people because sometimes people be in some wild rooms or starting some wild stuff, and everybody could see this. It's like early Twitter, right? Early Twitter, I didn't realize certain stuff I said was going to be on Twitter forever. I'm just saying it because I didn't realize it, right?
Right.
I keep calling it Chatty House. It's like that, bro. People be saying stuff and don't realize there's so many people in here. So it's like if you're using it as a networking tool, I think it's great. But if you just in there just to be hanging around, it's a wild place, and you got to be careful because it makes you look a certain kind of way if you're in certain rooms.
Nah, see, I ain't got time to be looking a type of way to no damn body. But I don't know. I was just wondering because the thing is too, the shout out to everybody to send me an invitation, but I started noticing as time went on, the more invitations I got, the caliber of the person that was inviting me was getting a little crazy. And I'm like, oh, you're there? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Like I said, you invited me, Busy invited me. It's a few people of note that invited me. And then there started to be people that were inviting me. I'm like, wait, how are you in there?
Yeah, like when my cousin got on there, I'm like, bro, I know you, bro. Why are you
feel
here?
Exactly.
Who invited you, dog?
Exactly. Yeah, bro. Now it's moaning contest. Okay, so I guess my final question to you and to the people in the chat: should I even bother to sign up for it, or is it over for it? Grand opening, grand closing?
I think you should. It's still moments in there. I just at one point I was on there all day, bro. Like I would wake up Clubhouse and I'm in rooms and doing. Now it's like I'll see a room that looks interesting, and a lot of it's like e-commerce stuff. I'll watch, listen to that for a second, and then I'm out. Like it's just good to like jump in and out, but all day, like no, don't do it.
No, I'm good.
But that was they do something cool. I think it's on Sundays. Boy Wonder, Sunny Digital, Vinyls, they all do like beat battles, and you could play it through Clubhouse. And it's so crazy because people was hitting me like, "How do you get clean audio through your iPhone?" Because they want to play the beats with the clean audio. So I put like 3 people on how to finesse the interface and get the clean audio. But yeah, I think you still should because it's going to be around for a second, but it's definitely getting a little bit. The tone has changed. I'll say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because this weekend I got time. I got time this weekend. Cause
today I got time. Cause
yeah, that's a fact. So all right. Upon your recommendation, and I don't know what the chat said, but
yeah. I will say one of the greatest times I haven't laughed this hard in a while is one they do Shark Tank on Clubhouse and everybody would change their profile picture to one like shark.
Yeah.
And then they just act like the sharks and people will pitch ideas. Dog, I was in there crying, laughing, dog.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
But I'm picking Mr. Wonderful every time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a good time.
All right, a cool question. This is a question I expected to see on this show. Shout out to whoever put it. What are you expecting or looking forward to from 2021? Business wise, I'll be honest with you. I'm looking at minimum to start more of the same that I had in 2020. because 2020, business wise, since we are a producer slash business podcast, business wise, it was really good. So I'd like to just build upon the momentum
Big
going
facts.
into 2021. I'm also looking forward to hearing just different sounds, and I don't mean different sounds individually. I mean different sounds from producers, like producers crafting their own sound. Because despite the narrative that's going around about things sounding the same and people copying, in 2020, I did hear a lot of people that had their own sound, had real innovative things going on, and I want to see more of
Mhm.
that in 2021. What about you, bro?
Man, I want to do more of what worked and less of what didn't work. I really want to focus on building like a team around me and
Yes.
uh and doing more content stuff. So like more making beats, like it's wild, dog. It's like when I'm on making beats and I focus on that, I'm successful. I do well. But as
Hmm.
soon as I start getting into other stuff, that's when that kind of falls off. Which I mean is understandable. You know what I mean? Your
Yeah.
effort, where your effort goes, the success flows. I don't know if that's the quote, but sounds cool.
Sounds poetic. I like it.
So I'm trying to figure out a way to balance now, like, okay, here are the core things that I'm focused on, how to get a team around me to help me with some of this stuff, so it's not all just on me, and keep these things going. I want to start focusing more on like the future stuff and not getting so caught up in the technical doing everything kind of part. So that's really
Bro.
what I want to focus on.
Yes.
um but yeah, I mean, I'm not as bad as 2020 sucked. I'm not mad at it. Like it was cool. I got to spend more time with the family. You know what I mean? Got to
Hmm.
focus. So it was great. But I'm ready to turn up a little bit. I'm ready to hit a flight or two. You know what I mean? Eat a little food, go to some restaurants.
True.
I just
True.
want to be a
True.
little bit richer as I do all of this stuff. That's all.
That is a fact. So yeah, 2021. Hey, see you there whether you like it or not. It's gonna be dope. Umami said more fun. I would like to have more fun in
Yeah,
2021.
I'm with that.
Sounds like a slogan right there. Yeah, more fun in 2021.
See, I'm focused on growing relationships with new clients. That's a good goal to have.
Yes, indeed.
Who was it? Busy? I feel like one point Busy. I feel like that was like all year he was on. He was like, I'm just trying to grow relationships. It was around when we was doing the live shows.
Yeah, he did. Look at the
Yeah.
group that he started.
Mhm. Oh, that's true. That is very true.
Dog, that is the relationship group
That is the
to be in.
producer secret. That's the producer clubhouse.
It's the
Producer
producer
chatty house.
Illuminati. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we had the chatty house before the chatty house came out.
Let's
Hmm.
see. DJ 912 says, just start more. Starting makes me want to get more done. 2021 being more aggressive with my approach. I like it.
There you go.
I like it.
Just start more. I like
Mhm.
that. I like that. I like that. Well, listen, to finish anything, you got to start, right?
That's right.
So, so if you take this and break it down to its most elemental parts, a lot of times when people don't finish something or
Mhm.
don't get something accomplished that they wanted to do, it's because they never started.
That's right.
Start more in 2021. I like that. Come on, man. What's up with that button, man?
Let's see. Uh, he said, "UnQuantized tattoo on the back of my neck, Umami." Hey,
Hey,
if you get
do it.
that, if you get that, I don't know what,
Do it.
I don't know what yet, but hey, my Instagram's going up.
Hey, listen. If you do that, I don't care if it's henna. You do that. Send me the picture. And we out of here.
I don't care if it's
Oh,
Sharpie.
yeah.
It's
We are
going
out of here.
up.
I don't care if you just have a million unpaid parking tickets just to get locked up for 30 days to get you a jailhouse tattoo. We'll still post it.
Ooh, you talking about the one with the ink and
I'm talking about
the
the one with the
needle?
hot paper clip.
Ooh, yeah, don't do that one. Keloid Century. Oh, you know
Right.
something? This is I put in my notes, and this is one of those like we're just talking out loud business things. But I
Mhm.
realized, right? People love those unquantized shirts. I see them pop up on the timeline,
Yes, indeed.
and I noticed that people, instead of coming up with all these new designs of like different logos, they do the same one but different variations. Kind of like how Jordan ones drop, and they got
Hmm.
different colorways. We should start doing different colorways of the unquantized shirt with different like little joints just to make them special, and then do limited drops. So we get
think
like
about
maybe
it.
like 200 of them, and then we only drop it one time. Let that joint go. I think that'd be fun. I think that'd be dope.
I think that's fire. I got some colorways on deck,
Oh
actually.
yeah. Oh, I know. I forgot that. Yeah.
Yep, I got quite a few of those on deck. That's a dope idea. Hold on, man. Hit that air
Hey.
horn for my brother. Hit that air horn for my brother. Let's see. Sound design tips for the squad. Um, all right. Well, seeing as how not everybody in here may be a sound designer, some people may be starting out. I have a challenge or an exercise for you.
I like it.
If you don't already know, find out how to make an 808 out of a sine wave and just some distortion, saturation, and compression.
Mm.
That's it. Actually, if you have a sine wave, some distortion, some saturation, some compression, maybe some EQ, whatever, you know the usual suspects. Try to make 5 different 808s, 5 totally different sounding 808s. I think that'll be a good exercise for the end of the year.
People sleep on how hard it is to make different sounding 808s. Because after 20, your joint's gonna start sounding like I'd be
Yeah.
like, oh God, bro. How many more can I make?
No, in the 808 Formula 3, Realistic and I made 80 808s. And they
Golly.
all sound
Hey,
different.
that's a job, bro, because
Yeah.
that's a lot of work.
That's one of the goals. Like, yeah, they should be able to be told apart, like distinctly, not like, oh, this,
Right.
no. They should all have their own character, their own personality. And we accomplished it. And I think we need to do the 808 Formula Volume 4 and do
Hey.
some more. Yeah.
You know, man, it's crazy. When I first moved to Atlanta, I used to live in this house, and my roommates were both engineers. One of them used to be like he was at 11th Street, he was the head engineer, and then the other one was Missy Elliott's engineer. You might know him. I don't know, bro. I haven't seen him in years, bro. I haven't seen him since we lived in the house. But he was Missy's engineer. Big white guy named Brandon.
Okay, I thought you were talking about Matt. Brandon, I probably know Brandon. I might know
Yeah,
him.
bro. I haven't seen him probably. It's been 7, 8 years now. But they would do this thing where it's like they would take a little kick, and you would have to make a whole beat out of that one sound.
Yeah, that's
So
dope.
you make the 808 out of that sound, you would make the snare, you'd make a melody out of that one sound, and we would all compete to see who could make the best beat out of one.
Oh,
It's just
yeah.
like a little boop, and it's just like a little kick, little, you know what I mean? Dog, that taught me so much about like sampling and like sound design and just like adjusting stuff, because it's like you think it's easy, but it's like, bro, trying to make a snare out of a kick is like, all right, what makes a snare? How do I adjust this to make this sound like that, right? And then it's like when you go to make a snare, it's like, oh, this is pretty easy now. I get it. So that taught me a lot.
That is a fun that's a fun exercise. That's really good. So yeah, hey, try that. For anybody that need an exercise or something to do, definitely try that. Just take one sound, make all your sounds for a beat out of that. For all my samplers out there, if you find a song, it's usually an older song, but it could be whatever type of song. I used to do this thing where I just sample stuff from the song to make a beat, but the beat can't have any loops in it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you can't loop apart from the song, but you got to get your kick, your snare, and all the sounds for your beat from that song, and then make a beat out of them, but no loops.
Smart. Beats Music says, do y'all think if I use the tag of Timbaland saying my name that I would need to have him clear for major placement, or do you think he would clear
I
it?
would not do that. Not gonna lie, I wouldn't do that.
It's tricky because you can open yourself up to getting like cease desist, but then it's also like Pierre Bourne. That's it. Is his name Pierre Bourne or Yo Pierre?
Yep.
Whatever his name is.
Pierre Bourne. Yeah.
Why does Pierre Bourne sound like a Bond agent or something, like the Bourne Identity?
This how he make baguettes.
But his tag comes from the Jamie Foxx show.
Right.
And I don't think he had to clear that. I think they just let him rock. You know what I mean? So it's a little tricky.
I'm not gonna lie. I would avoid it. Just cause. But hey, listen, it's your life.
Yeah.
But just personally.
I think if you had more of a like, if you could call them up and be like, "Yo, is this cool?" It would be a different thing. But I think when it's like you just taking something, then it's a little more trickier.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't trip. I feel like I think who is it, Mike or somebody's tag is from the podcast of us saying his name, and then I ain't tripping. You know what I mean? But
yeah, we some cool ass guys though.
Yeah. Young Ponzu, what up, bro?
Oh,
I need to call you back. I need to call you back, bro. My bad, dog. I've been ripping and running, cuz.
Listen, fam. Yeah.
And Call
Just
of
take
Duty.
his apology. Take his apology and put it with mine. I have not been hitting anybody back.
Bro, I've been so off the grid.
Yeah, sorry, y'all. Let's see.
Smoking Aces says he wants to score a film. That's fire.
That's super fire. That's super fire, actually. Let's see. When locks. Well, no, wait. I should probably read this question before I say it on the air. What are ways to safeguard our creativity during these trying times? Okay. With lockdowns blooming ahead, what are some ways that we can safeguard our creativity during these trying times? You could always virtually collab with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
That's always good. You could always do challenges like the two challenges that we just mentioned right before I read this question. If you're watching the replay, just rewind a little bit.
Rewind.
Basically, but yeah, like different different challenges. Just staying up on current music or just doing the things that charge up your creativity. Because the thing about this is outside of just working with other people, which is great for creativity and chemistry is a great thing, but there are a million other ways to be creative and to stay creative. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, virtually collabing, watching videos, doing challenges, even doing things like changing up your time signature, changing up your normal tempos, limitation challenges like, oh, here's some dope limitation challenges that you can do over the holidays. Things like making a beat, but you can only use 4 tracks.
So,
that's a dope limitation challenge.
Also,
making a beat where you can only use 1 VST. That's a dope limitation challenge. Making a beat if you have outboard gear or any outboard workstation, something that does not involve a computer, because chances are it's going to be more steps to that to get that done. That's also going to be a limitation challenge. So there are plenty of challenges that you can do throughout the year. Plenty of ways that you can get your creativity going on that does not involve being around other people. And if you like a tip or a list of these things, just DM me. I'll send you a list.
Sir. And then don't sleep on, man. Go back and watch some like beat making videos. Like Pharrell got a Drink Champs episode. It just came out, bro. I cannot wait. I
missed it.
Oh, it literally just dropped. So I'm like hype. Like I know that's gonna have me inspired to make 50 beats, right afterwards.
Always.
Yeah, it's stuff like that. It just, get your mind right. And then even lately, bro, probably the last 6 beats I made in the past, I say maybe 2-3 days. No synth VSTs. I've only been using one shots. Like one shot bells, one shot pianos, because I like that texture. You know what I'm saying? Of like when it's like stretches to play the melody, it's like a different sound. So I've been enjoying that. That's been like my go-to, bro. Just using a bunch of like one shots. And that's how I used to make beats. I used to I learned that from Needles. Needles would talk about in the Scratch magazine. He would sample one guitar note and then stretch it across the keyboard.
Bro, all of his shit was like little bits of sounds.
So that's all I've been doing lately.
Yeah, remember those intact kits? Remember?
Oh yeah,
when you first got sounds to me, it was a lot. It was a lot of those in there.
Man, I need some. Can I still pull them joints up?
Yeah, you can. You can use them in they'll load in Contact, and they'll actually load in Ableton. If you drag the NKI file into Ableton, it'll just convert it into like an Ableton group, because it'll read it as a Contact joint, and then you can load them right up in Sampler. So yeah, if you still got them, they'll work in Ableton. And also, I'm thinking about at the top of the year, doing a one shot kit. I was talking to somebody
Yeah.
yesterday actually about that, and I have a ton. Even those one shots from like some of them from back then, but I got a ton of new ones. Then I think I might rock with a one shot kit.
Please, because it's one. I got it somewhere, bro. I had to find it, but I remember, bro. I got, I got a situation off of that beat that I made using that sound. I got that sound from you, and got a situation out of that beat. And I remember it being that beat specifically because I remember the beat. I
Yes.
know exactly what the beat title is, and that joint got me a little situation
Look
using
at
that
that.
sound. The one shot.
Jerry Nova says, no way, I didn't know that they worked in Ableton. Yes, if you have NKI files, simple NKI files, especially the ones from Intact. For those of you that know, back in the day, Intact was prior to Contact. Anyway, those simple NKI files, young Jerry Nova, will work inside of Ableton. Just drag them in and you'll be good to go.
Big facts. Oh,
yeah, man.
So Fiction says, I've been studying how Kanye uses human voices to sound design. That's fire. And it made me think of, so it sent me, that comment sent me down a rabbit hole because when she said that, it made me think of Mike Dean, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dog, I seen Mike Dean make a post where he was playing keyboards for Selena. He had to be like 18 years old, bro. He was the keyboardist for Selena. I'm like, yo, Mike Dean is the GOAT, dog. Like, how great are you, dog, that you were the keyboard player and producer for Selena, and then you turn around making Travis, and then making Travis Scott and Kanye records. Like, bro, you know how great you are to do stuff like that? So my respect for him is even crazier than what it was.
Okay. Now listen, in my mind, this is the caliber of producer that we should all strive to be, or at least in this realm. This group of people consists of, since we just talked about them, Mike Dean, Tim, Danger, Polo. It's a few other people in there. And a real easy way to identify this group of people is you mention them, you ask one thing, are they dope? Yes. The second question, what type of music do they make? And if you can't find a specific answer to that, then they're in that group of people. And that's the group of people I think we should all aspire to be as producers. That's the group that I fit in the best with. Like working with Tim. And you're like, all right, yo, I work with Tim or whatever, but what type of music do you make? It's like whatever the situation calls for.
Right.
There should be celebration and versatility. Versatility should be celebrated. Being able to just be that Swiss Army knife of music should really be it should just really be celebrated, man. And there aren't enough producers like that, and the ones that are out there, I just want to make sure they always get their flowers. So salute to Mike Dean, Danger, everybody that we mentioned.
Bro, I watched that video like 10 times. I was like, bro, this is crazy, dog. I was like, my dog Mike is out here, fresh out of high school, saucing the keyboards for Selena. Anything for Selena.
All 12 fingers, getting busy.
That the one part of the movie, I know I need to rewatch that movie because the only thing I remember about the movie is when she breaks down and I think she need the help and it's like anything for Selena. That's my favorite part of the movie. Yeah, they saw that joint. Selena was the shit.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. So here's a really good question. Damn, I lost it. I'm gonna paraphrase. In a previous show, you all talked about not being specific about what you want. What are ways that you could be more specific, and what are the do's and don'ts about this process?
Ooh, that's a good ass question.
Yeah, that's a great question. Okay, it's as simple as, or the difference is someone saying, I want to make a lot of money this coming year. Well, what is a lot of money?
Yeah.
You gotta write down a way to be more specific to answer your question. Maybe a ballpark amount or an amount that you want to make. Even more specific, an amount that you would want to make by a certain time. And you could see from there how you could drill down and get more and more specific with everything. And the benefit to that is saying I want to make a lot of money in the next coming year. That's not really giving you anything. So how do you make a plan for that? Your plan is going to
Right.
be all over the place. But if you want to make a certain amount by a certain time, okay, now you're able to make more of a plan. If I want to do XYZ by March of next year, all right, well, it's easier for me to plan for that 3 months from January to maybe the end of March, or
Right.
whatever. But the more specifics that you have, the easier it is for you to make a plan. Also, the more dates, milestones, and signposts, if you will, inside of your plan, the easier it is for you to make and stick to and potentially accomplish that goal.
Right. No, I agree. And like the GOAT Tony Robbins, man. I feel like Tony Robbins got a thing called personal power too. I feel like that like changed my life. That was like one of the first things I was like, it made me start thinking the way I think now. And he would always talk about like when you set a goal, saying instead of saying I want to get rich or I want to, he'd be like, yeah, I want to make $200,000 this year and enjoy the process, right?
Mm,
And that
now
was
you're
like what he
talking.
always would talk about is like you have to add those caveats because you might make $200,000, but you might be sick the whole time. You know what I'm saying? You might be
That's a
stressed out.
fact.
So if you got to put that in the universe of, no matter what you believe, I still feel like you got to, everybody agrees that, you put out, you get back what you put out. So if you putting out there, I want to enjoy this process or I want to, have a good time, I'm looking to do this, then, it's a higher chance that's going to come back to you. So that's the way I look at it is,
Yeah.
don't just be like, hey, I want to work with a big artist because it's all relative. You know what I mean? You could
Right.
work with a big artist this old and irrelevant, you know what I mean? And then
Facts.
you've accomplished your
Facts.
goal, but then it's like it's not exactly what you want. So you have to make sure that you hit those milestones of exactly what you want. And then plus, if you don't know what you want, how you gonna get there? It's like saying I want to go to the
Yeah.
store, but you have no idea what direction the store is in. You're just gonna be driving around, you know what I mean? So you
No,
gotta,
no
and it's
plan. You just
praying.
driving, hoping you see the
Yeah.
store.
So bro, I
Yeah.
be trying to
Yeah. You
plan.
drive.
I be planning, dog. I get my vision board. I like write out all the stuff. I get my vision board, and then I get my assistant to like cut them all out, and then I get her to make a wallpaper version and the iPhone version. So it's like every time I look at my phone, that's what it is. Every time I look at my screens, that's what it is, bro.
Fire.
Every year, bro. Same joint.
Fire. My version is the whiteboards all
Mm-hmm.
around.
Oh yeah,
I got
you the
certain
king of that.
whiteboards that just got go. I got one whiteboard that got the goals and little bullet points of how to get to the goals. Then I
Mm-hmm.
got another whiteboard that's a calendar for the year, and there's certain stuff written in on certain dates, and then backdated
Big fire.
from there. But yeah, man. Hey, listen, that's how you got to go. You got to be specific about what you want, or else you're gonna get what you get. You know what I mean?
That's facts. Oh man,
Young
we need
Larry
some.
O in the
I was
building.
about to say we need some air horns, man. The brand
Yes,
man,
sir.
Larry O has
There he is.
the greatest branding and like social media mind I've seen in a minute. He gets it, bro.
That's a fact.
Every time I see a
Yeah.
TikTok, I was like, this man is genius, dog.
Of course he gets it. That's why his tagline is "You get me."
You get me.
Yeah.
My favorite one is
Shout out to
he had one with like the Larry O, the Larry O'Brien trophy. It was like you give me. Bro, I was weak off of that joint, dog.
that boy crazy.
Yeah, he gets it.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. Let's see what else we got. What else we got?
Are you?
Also, I just wanted to point out too, the show, because the show is going pretty fast. It's gonna be ending soon, but this is also the last time of the year that you could ask us questions that we can answer online right now. So, feel free to go ahead and post them up.
That's facts. Have you seen
He's
this?
about to say something, bro.
Have you seen the Sway Lee debacle that's going on?
Nah, what happened?
So this is an important lesson of backing up your stuff and keeping your hard drive with you like it's your child when you travel.
I'm sad already.
So Sway Lee lost his hard drive, all his music on it, and it was offering a $20,000 reward. And it's so wild, bro, because my homeboy sent me a video last night. He was on the stream, and somebody gets in Sway Lee's live stream, and the name is called Sway Lee's hard drive. So Sway, the dude is like got the V from Vendetta mask on. He's got the voice changer on. And he's like, just bring it up like, I got your stuff. And Sway thinks he's playing, right? And then he starts pulling out like his face mask. He starts pulling out the watch he had, like all this random stuff that was in his bag. And then you can see his face change completely. And so it's like, I just don't like the idea of all my work on one hard drive and I only got one copy. I'm scared a hard drive is going to fail on me, let alone losing that joint.
The cloud.
Bro. So yeah, don't Ryan Leslie yourself. Don't Sway Lee yourself. Go back up them drives.
No.
So if somebody holding you your hard drive ransom for $20,000, you can be like, hey, bro, I got a copy. You can leave them, but it is what it is.
The cloud. One of the things I've been saying it's been a couple years, I guess on the last show of the year, I will reiterate, using cloud services to back up your most important stuff. I use Dropbox. I always tell people my Ableton library, just the stuff that I think is important is going to be in my Dropbox. That way a computer could go down. God forbid things could burn down so I can steal something. I still got it.
Good.
If horror stories like that haven't deterred you up until this point, I don't know if you can be saved, but the most important stuff, man, cloud. Just put it in the cloud. That's it.
I told my homeboy, I was like, yo, he need to, if some of them leaks come out, hey man, I hope he leaked
that's a fact.
I hope he leaked one of the ones that I might have been involved in. Leak them. If they gonna drop, go ahead, put them out there. You know what I mean? Let me get a little shine. Get them out the vault.
Fiction Live says, I'm like Sound Oracle to-do lists and calendars everywhere. My walls are covered with schedules and process plans. That's a fact.
One of us.
Saturdays.
One of us. One of us. One of us.
Hey, what was that in? What was that from?
I don't remember, bro. I was gonna say Game of Thrones, but it's not. It's not that one though. Because that's the shame.
Like something with kids in it.
Yeah, I can't remember.
We got another cool question. What's the best way to sample from current sources like iPhones, iPads, etc., into older MPCs? All right, two ways come to me off the break. If you still have a phone that does have an aux, I guess we can start there. I have two phones. One of them still has an aux in it.
That's crazy that you even said that.
Right, that's a fact. You could get a like a splitter, one that goes from 1/8 inch to RCAs. So it's going to be a Y cable. The other one looks like, of course, an aux cable with the two rings at the top, and the other two ends are going to be RCA with one ring at the top on each side. The second way is, if you don't have an aux cable, you could always Bluetooth it. If you're using a phone or a computer or something like that, you could always go from your computer out of your sound card into your MPC with the same Y cable. And if your phone doesn't have an aux cable, you can Bluetooth your phone audio to your computer and then run it through the same aux cable to your older MPC. So those are the two ways I can think of off the top. I hope that helps. If not, DM me. I'm pretty sure I can figure out another process for you.
Yeah. Prentice says nothing was worse than Ron Leslie's computer stolen overseas, paid $1 million, got a computer back, empty hard drive. That one was tough, bro, because I feel like, I might be wrong, but I feel like my understanding of it was because he put the $1 million reward on the computer and not the contents of the hard drive. So legally he was bound by that he had to pay that $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't say anything about the hard drive. That's tough, bro. Because they sued him about it.
I'm like, no, you get the milli with all the shit on it.
Yeah, that was tough.
That's it. That's the only way you get the milli. Hey, we all learned a little harsh lesson that day.
Were you sad about the Ashanti versus Keisha Cole versus not going down?
I was never gonna watch it.
No. You didn't let it go?
I didn't. I did not say, "Damn, that's hot." Uh, that was not for me. To me,
Yeah.
that was like, I ain't gonna lie. Much respect to both of them, but that was like my wife, like, "Oh, I'm going out with the girls," and I'm like, "Ah, can I come?" You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, nah, that's something for y'all. Y'all gonna get right. Meet up and have a little and have a girls versus.
Yeah.
I just wasn't gonna be there for that. I respect them. But that's not the one I was gonna watch. Now, did you hear about the other verses?
The E40 versus Too Short.
That is a great matchup.
I'm not even going front.
That's a great matchup.
I'm not from the Bay. I'm from Virginia, but I love the Babes' music, and
Yep.
so E40 to me is gonna kill it. I'm an E40 fan. I love that his style is so different. He done put out a bajillion albums. I mean, they both have. Their discographies is insane, bro. They're both done put out about a bajillion and a half albums.
Both of them have been sampled a million times and
That's
quoted
right.
a million times as well. That's how you know you'll go.
The issue, Too Short got some bangers. Like, you know what I mean? Blow the whistle. What are you gonna play against that, dog? You can't play anything. Shake That Monkey, bro. You can play Shake That Monkey right now, dog. Shout out to Lil Jon,
Too
bro.
Short. Oh, facts. Too Short also got like at least 3 Jay-Z songs he could play too. That were big
That is
songs.
facts.
He did.
That's right.
People don't realize for 3 albums straight, Too Short was on a Jay-Z album. For 3 albums straight.
Yeah. Damn, I'm thinking about Lil Jon produced a bunch of the E40 records I like. Like when that whole hypey thing, like Tell Me When to Go, that's Lil Jon.
Definitely.
Damn, Jon's out here killing, bro. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited about that one. It's a little different. It's not my like best like matchup I'm super excited about, but I'm definitely gonna check it out. And I'm there. I'm vibing.
I love both of them. I could say I know at least, keeping it real, 5 to 10 songs for each of them. I'm not from the Bay, and but I know about 5 to 10 songs from each of them. And the fact that it's not like it's not my cup of tea, but the fact that it's not like my go-to music, or I don't have a lot invested in it, I'm going to enjoy it more. You know
It's
what
like
I
the
mean?
Beanie
Like
Man.
I don't really exactly. Exactly. And I think the vibes are going to be really good for this one. It's going to be a whole different the Bay got a whole different type of vibe, or a whole different everything. I think the comment section is going to be really different.
Oh yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. I forgot when the date is, but
I think it's Saturday.
I'm there.
It's
like
Saturday.
tomorrow, Saturday.
Yeah. Everybody I've met from the Bay has always been super cool, bro. Some of my best friends come from the Bay, man. Everybody I've met has always got a dope energy. I'm with it, dog. And I got dreads now, so I can, when they say Jesus Christ had dreads and I shake them, I can participate. You know what I mean? I'm there.
Damn. Hey, shake one of the dreads for me.
I got you.
It could even be the shortest one. I'm cool.
I got you. I ain't got twisted up. I got a haircut, but I ain't get my dreads twisted yet. That's tonight, so you know what I mean. I'm in there tomorrow though. Tomorrow I'm there. King of the super duper
hypey. Facts.
If they bring Keek the Sneak in there, I'm wilding.
They're gonna need to turn this mic up real loud because they're gonna be sneaking,
whispering on the track. King of the super duper hypey.
Why do you talk like a Looney Tunes villain?
I'm gonna get you. Inspector Gadget. I'm gonna get you, Claw. Gadget. That's what it was.
Gadget. Wait, this is where we spin off a little bit since you brought that up. They rebooted Animaniacs. I don't know if you've been Animaniacs, but come
on, man.
Pretty good.
First of all, Animaniacs want that fire when they was around to do a reboot.
What?
Animaniacs was like a C level show for me. It was like C.
Animaniacs was awesome. It was a smart, funny cartoon to me.
Damn, what you trying to say, cuz? What you trying to say?
Well, they rebooted it. It's on Hulu. It's still pretty clever. I liked it. So saw some parts in this. So some people care. Animaniacs was kind of dope.
I was never. I mean, at that time though, I was a little youngin'. And I was more about the Doug and Hey Arnold and all that. Animaniacs was kind of like, it's on.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Animaniacs was at the end of my cartoon heyday. I respected it because it was kind of adult a little bit, and it was clever. But I think I don't know what year it was, but I was in them streets. I know they stopped in 1998 is when they were done with. Yeah, so they might have started in 90. Who knows? Whenever it was though, I was enough in them streets. I was a kid, but I was in them streets enough to like, I'm good.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of them shows that might have had a lot of adult jokes in there. And if you saying it ended in 98, then that meant, yeah, I was young, bro. I was I didn't realize it was out that long. So I might have missed it.
Yeah,
I might have missed it. Yeah, I was, I was about to recess. Yeah, if it wasn't about rocket power and recess, cuz it wasn't nothing, dog. Everything else was a C and below.
Not rocket power and recess. Here's a good question. What are some mandatory things to do when creating a beat tape? Two things I can think of off the rip. Taking some time to make it stand out sonically somehow. And I mean this related to what you're doing production wise. Right. Just do something to put that little what was that on it. I always say like a beat needs at least one sound or a moment or something that's like, what the hell was that?
Right.
I always think that should be there, especially if you want somebody to listen to a full body of work that has no words. It's all you on the beats. You got to give people something special to listen to. The second thing that cannot be overlooked by any stretch of the imagination is your mix. Your mix should be as on point as you can possibly get it. Whether you mix it yourself or whether you send it out to be mixed, which might be recommended, the mix should be
A1,
as good as you could possibly make it. Put as much time, if not more, into the mix as you did into the actual production, because it's nothing worse than making a whole dish and putting it in the oven and putting it.
My bad, but Garver threw me off.
You know what I mean?
But Garver, yeah. It was just, I was not expecting. Oh man!
Hey, Slim. First of all, thanks for noticing.
Is that dude for real?
I'm just say that.
Why dog invested in that human race?
So, but wait for him to come in hot with that.
I read it like what? Oh man, my bad. I ain't mean to mess you up.
But what killed me was the follow-up. His skin is glowing. What's up, fam? What's up, fam?
Man.
And shit, just exfoliants and such.
Yeah. Little moisturizers, you know what I mean?
What up, bro?
Oh, that was funny. That was a good one.
What Oracle looking vintage right now? Is that what he said? Vintage. Oh man, it's the light. Man.
You know something that we talked about last week, bro, and it's an update to it. Remember we was talking about Lil Wayne sold the masters, right, for $100 million.
Right,
bro. He sold Nikki's and Drake's. He sold the Young Money masters.
I saw that. The Drake's what did I say? 2000 something and prior. It wasn't like the most recent stuff. But yeah, no, that's a move, bro. And that because a lot of people was questioning that price.
Yeah.
Like, where did $100 million come from? Like, Drake, Nikki was in there.
I see where people saying he got lowballed though, because who was it? Like, I feel like some people got up there close to that. You know what I mean? For other stuff. So I'm like, you getting Drake and Nikki? Like, Nikki catalog is valuable as hell too. So
yeah,
I wonder how Drake feels about it too.
That's fact.
Because I'm like, Drake got enough where he could have bought his own stuff back. So it's like, how do you feel about him selling that portion off like that? Like, do you talk with somebody about that? Like, yo, I'm about to sell your pub, bruh. Like, how does that work? Yeah.
That's a good question. I think I'm pretty sure the conversation was had. Look at me being
Mm,
pretty sure, not knowing a damn thing, but I'm pretty sure the conversation was had, and Drake, Drake understands. We're gonna let his OG get his
yeah,
paper or
that
whatever.
is
But
true.
so now knowing that, because some people were like that was too much money, which I thought was preposterous, even when
Mm,
I thought it was just Wayne. So now some people are like, yo, so now was that enough money considering what's in there? So the
yeah,
whole narrative
no.
has
Yeah, I feel like,
I
man,
think it should have
Mustard
been
got
more,
like a
but I don't
dumb
know
check.
exactly what was in there.
Dream got a dumb check, and not saying they catalogs ain't up to par. Like their catalogs are great, but like I feel like Drake put you in there.
Wayne,
Wayne, Drake, and Nikki put you in the top tier of catalogs that you should get.
yeah,
It should be up there. Let's see.
yeah.
Oh, Avbrow has a great question. Do y'all still drink Jameson? UnQuantized original.
I think I can speak for the both of us when I say we ain't had Jameson since what, February?
Since the last
Whenever
time I was at your
the
crib.
last time is you were here.
Hmm.
That's it, bro. I ain't had Jameson since then, and I've really been on this bourbon kick probably since the end of the summer.
Yeah, you got me on that joint.
So
It's like the that P Pablo record.
yeah.
He's like,
Oh,
shout out to Secret Gym. They pay me. I drink it. They pay me for
I drink
it.
it and they pay me for it. That's a fact. So yeah, my joint now is the bourbon straight. I don't do that with y'all on here because I'll be talking all types of crazy. But bourbon and ginger ale, of course, it's like Jameson and ginger ale. Bourbon and ginger ale with lime. I like to put like a quarter of lime, a half a lime in my joint, or bourbon and honey.
That boy
That's the
fancy.
move too.
That boy
Yeah, bourbon and
fancy.
honey. I stole that from Cheesecake Factory. It's actually on Cheesecake Factory menu, and I ordered it
Awesome.
one time I was there, and now I stole it. And that's exactly what I'm drinking now: bourbon and honey.
Hey, I'm drinking the
That's me.
bold ginger ale, which is it should be alcohol because
Dog,
that drink have you coughing, dog.
Slim. Wait, I went to the store this morning because I needed new ginger ale, and I was like, "Oh, Canada Dry Bold. We'll see about that." So that's what I got
Bruh,
in this joint.
that shit is
And
bold,
apparently,
dog.
my brother started to say, I love it because the only
Mm,
thing I need from my ginger ale is more ginger ale. So
yeah,
yeah,
so
that shit was amazing.
he said we threw
Yeah,
out
it'll
more
put hair in
gems.
your teeth.
We threw out more gems when we was drinking on Jameson. At one point, bro, it's like
I'm
you ever see
sure.
the early UFC and it's like they didn't have weight class. It was like the small guy was fighting like the 400-pound guy. That was the early shows when we was
Yeah,
drinking whole bottles of Jameson. It was just like, bro, it was wild. And then MacGyver would come
go
and it
back.
would be super wild, bro. Like those podcasts was
That's
like
a fact.
crazy. So we had to kind of tighten it up a little bit, get it a little more corporate-y, a little bit. You know what I mean? Still gems,
Yeah,
just a
yeah,
little
we had to
little
grow.
tighten up.
Yeah, we had to grow up a little bit. But
Yeah.
yeah, we was talking about everything off the Jameson.
And I don't think my kidneys could
Yeah,
keep
that's
keep that up. Yeah, I don't think my kidneys can
no.
handle
The
that
show the
much
show would
drinking.
not be going on to this day. Nah, a whole bottle
Yeah,
every Friday, bro.
yeah, we were.
6 hours.
Yeah, I've done enough like smoking hookah and drinking for the next 10 years of my life. I could low key stop all of those. I mean, I don't smoke hookah anymore, but you know,
It's
drinking, I
dangerous.
could I could I could go without drinking for a second. It'd be great, you know. So
Yeah,
we out
that's a
here.
fact. All right, man. Hold on. Let me double check these times real quick. All right. So we about to run this out in a minute, in a hot second.
Hey, do it.
Uh let's see. Yeah, they drunk they drunk the whole bottle back then. Prentice, you are 100% correct, brother. And we do not do that anymore. Why? Because we like living.
That is facts.
Just a
Hey,
little bit.
hey, but if you see us at post Rona, we will take a shot with y'all. We actually encourage it. You
Oh,
know what I mean?
always.
If y'all see us in public, hey, just point us to the bar. We're gonna take a shot. It's going
No.
down.
We're dangerous because if you ever come to anything that we do live or if we're on anybody's live show, after the show, we make everybody take a shot. Even
Oh
people
yeah.
that don't drink.
Oh yeah.
Like, nah, you gotta get in here. You drinking today, buddy.
We're doing a
You
power
taking a
summit.
shot today.
And I was like, yo, before we answer that question, pass the alcohol up here. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll get back to the questions.
Oh, that's a fact.
Yeah, good
That's a
times.
fact. We didn't talk without the drinks.
Oh yeah, good times.
Great.
Oh,
Great. So listen, man.
Oh, you wrapping it up? No, I was just saying, I'm still out here, even though I'm on FL Gang, I'm still out here caping for Ableton. I finally got my brother on Ableton. He's going crazy.
Yeah.
So he's on Ableton.
Wait, what was he on?
Bro, he stressed me out, dog. I be wanting to fight this man. He was using Adobe Audition and doing the craziest edits on. I'm like, bro, how are you doing this, bro?
He still was using Audition?
Bro, finally I got him on Ableton. And he's going ham. He's going super ham.
Good for him.
Yeah.
So the days of music generator are over.
Yeah, bro. I would get so mad when I would see that. You're like, bro, just come use Ableton, and it would make it 20 times easier. So he's over there. So still Ableton gang. But it made me realize, bro, I haven't been on Ableton. So he was asking me questions. I forgot how to do certain stuff. I was like, I gotta make a beat in Ableton, bro. I'm slipping, dog. Because I haven't really made beats in Ableton this whole year.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, you got to get back to it. Oh, wait, does he know about the ability to use video in Ableton? Because I know he does a lot with video too.
Oh, I gotta tell him that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
because he'll really strive there because you can stretch and time correct videos like you can music. Because I know the edits that he's doing, and with Ableton he could do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Houston says, what about Reason? Are you trolling, man? He tried.
Young Houston. Wait, where my air horn at, man?
Houston base runners. Houston is okay. Different Houston, I think.
That's all right. Still, you get an air horn.
But shout out to the Houstons.
Facts.
What happened to the
Reason? That's what I was saying.
What happened to Houston, the singer? Remember, he had a song with Chingy called "I Like That." Track Stars made it. Okay, never mind.
I ain't gonna lie. I remember my 8th grade locker combination, but not that song.
Hey, you ain't missing too much. Adbrow says making beats sober, high, or drunk. High, sir. We don't do any of those shenanigans.
No.
What?
But yeah,
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Back in the day, I used to think making beats while you were high was like the most difficult thing to do.
Oh yeah.
I was like, how does anyone do this? Fast forward, I got my sea legs a few years later.
Oh, yeah.
I got my wings a few years later, and it was easy to do. But
allegedly,
yeah. But to me, it's just 99.9% of the time. Now, if I'm doing anything, I'm not on anything. I'm just regular. But I went through my 20s. It was what it was. And I'll be honest with you, the only difference in the outcome, there's no difference in the outcome. The only difference is how I feel or the process of getting there. But the result I get at the end, it never mattered if I was sober, drunk allegedly, high allegedly. Like it never really matters. So it all depends on some real shit, how you feel at the time, like what type of time you're trying to have and the type of person you are. Because a lot of that stuff, alcohol, substances, it affects everybody differently. So just because this man over here might be cool drunk and this man might be cool high, you might be the cool sober person.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You really gotta know yourself.
I will say, bro, post club in the studio with a group of people, drunk, I don't think it's much topping that though. When you making beats and it's like you got a couple people that understand the studio etiquette, but they drunk too and they dancing around and you got the little vibe going. That is like some of the greatest music you'll make.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That is a fact. That when I think of LA, that's what I think of.
Yeah, good times. Good times.
Yeah. The sessions didn't start until everybody had been to a club, been drunk, and was in that mindset.
Oh, that's right. That artist Houston, he poked his own eye out. Damn, I forgot about that.
Now I do remember him.
Okay, dang.
I do. It was over a girl too, wasn't it?
I think he was high.
I think it was over. Okay. I think he was off of something crazy.
Yeah.
I do remember homie poked his eye out though.
Yeah.
On purpose.
Okay, now y'all refresh. That's why I forget. It's one of those things you kind of put in the back of your memory to kind of forget. Okay.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay. Someone says look it up on Google. I don't know if I want to look it up anymore. Now that I know.
He beat Fetty Wap to the punch.
Damn, he said, damn, he like Van Gogh. Oh, come on. Oh man.
Not Van Gogh.
Damn. That's cold.
Van Gogh's like, how could I be remembered?
Right.
Damn.
Hey man.
Man, it's all good. It's all good. Wait. All right. Last bits of questions that you all have before we wrap this year up, because I don't want to leave a huge editing the last show of the year to be a huge editing ordeal for our squad, man.
Man,
By
make sure
the way, as y'all, I was gonna say, as you all are posting your last end of the year questions that we'll try to get to, I want to shout out the people that make this podcast possible.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Young. Let me do this in order. Shout out to Young Beats Music.
Facts, big facts.
Shout out to Beats Music, who definitely has to watch and be part of this whole podcast and do the timestamps to know when the dope stuff is being said. Shout out to him. Shout out to Young Realistic, who gets those timestamps, cuts it up, edits, and makes those dope Instagram clips that help the podcast gain legs and get more listeners and viewers. Shout out to my guy, Realistic. Also, man, shout out to Young Jennifer. Jenny's in the
from the
building.
block.
If you're on my mailing list, you get those Tuesday emails with the previous week's podcast in them with the nice graphics and a nice player. Shout out to Young Jennifer for that. Also, and she's one that posts them on the UnQuantized IG. Also, shout out to Maya. I think Maya might be involved somewhere graphically with the show. I'm not quite sure, but man, just for extra, just not to leave nobody out, man. Shout out to Maya.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, man, this podcast has grown over the past year. So shout out to you guys, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, for real. They said, are we taking a break? Nah, man. It's, next Friday is Christmas, and then the Friday after that is New Year's Day. Yeah, so we ain't gonna be on here on the Christmas, the Christmas. You know what I mean?
We don't need to be on here on Christmas dropping gems. Santa dropping gems on Christmas, and I always say New Year's Day. I always say that's my hangover day. I'll be honest with you, Brian, had a hangover in years. It's been so long since I had a hangover. I'm never hungover on New Year's Day, but it is the first day of the year. I like to start it out right.
Get it right.
Yeah. So we're not doing one for Christmas, which is next Friday, and we're not doing one for New Year's Day, which is the following Friday. So whatever the second Friday is in January, I think that's probably the 8th or something like that. Boom. We there on the 8th. Coming at you.
Cash money shit.
That's a fact.
Dropping new products, doing all that stuff.
All that. 4 years, somebody said. Yes.
Dang, it's been that long?
4. No, we've been doing this for a long time. When do you become an OG in the podcast game?
Ooh.
Will 4 years make you an OG?
Probably now.
Yeah, I think we OGs in this.
Yeah.
In the producer podcast game, we for sure.
Oh yeah, we up there.
Yeah, and consistently. We've been doing this for 4 years straight.
And we probably could count on our hands of how many we missed.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That is a fact, bro. So hey, shout out to you, man. Salute.
Hey, shout out to you, my brother. We've been grinding, man. We've been over here working.
I mean, do what we can do when we can do it. Exactly. So all right, do we have any questions, anything anybody wanted to say before we wrap this up? Let's see. I've been with you for 4 years. How am I? Thank you, brother.
Hey, bro.
Especially in our community. Y'all definitely OGs, man. Appreciate you. Thank you. Pick for prayers.
Hey.
Yes, indeed. Let's see. Come on, screen. Because these joints is coming in now. Hold on. These screens is knocking them out. Everything we learned. Everything I've learned created my business. Good tax returns.
Hey.
Middle albums. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. That horn. Will Khan said that horn for sure. You
It's
already
lit.
know. That's a fact. Yeah, I've been here for 2 years. Shout out to Fiction Live. She has been here for 2 years. Somebody said we OGs, all because of y'all. Appreciate you, High Mind.
Hey.
Yes.
Who got
Yes,
that
indeed.
PS5? I don't. I got a stupid gaming computer, so I don't. I'm cool on PS5, bro. I'm cool.
Man, talk that PC talk. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I ain't mean. I ain't mean.
I ain't gonna front, bro. You know, I'm still Mac Gang. Sorry, Tim Cook. Sorry, Steve Jobs. You know, I'm still with you. But other than the buying the parts and putting together performance-wise, though, oh, this shit is stupid, bro. Bro, I
Yeah.
spent 10 minutes trying to figure out if I was opening and closing an app or minimizing because it was so fast. I couldn't tell. I just thought I kept minimizing it. And I'm like, why is it doing this? And it just is that fast that it was just opening and I couldn't tell. I was like, yo, this is wild, bro. I've never seen a computer operate this fast, dog. Like I was opening programs and it's like, as soon as I like the second tap, it's open. I'm like, yo, how is this happening, bro?
Hey man, life of new computers.
Yeah.
Let's see. 94 West says, I just want to say thank you for all the gems and the player deal on the art of beat mixing. Yeah, no doubt. Much love to you. Much appreciated.
Sorry, the Ram was calling. You know what
Not
I mean?
the Rams.
The Ram was calling.
Let's see. Cold piece. Yep. All right, we good, man. All right, we getting love. It's been the end of the year. All right, brother. I think let me check YouTube. I think it might be time to take it down.
Hey, holiday sales. I'm sure both of us.
Oh yeah.
I'm already speaking for you, but I'm pretty sure because I copied your swag, so I already know. But holiday sales, both the producer kit and soundoracle.net. So if you didn't, if you want to start your new year right, get you some sounds, get you some courses. We in there.
Yeah. Hey man, get it in. I guess just to go into detail. Soundoracle.net. For the rest of the year and even the first week of January, all sample packs, Omnisphere banks, all that good stuff, 50% off. Just use code holiday50. The total bundle, 90% off, no promo code needed. All courses, 30% off, no promo code needed. And we're choosing 5 lucky people who participate in our holiday sale. All you gotta do is spend $40 or more during our holiday sale. We're picking 5 lucky people that will get free products for the entire year of 2021. Everything that we come out with in 2021, courses, sample packs, etc. 5 lucky people will get those free all year. All you have to do is participate in our holiday sale. So
That's fine.
that's what it is. What's going on at the Young Producer Kit?
Pretty much the same thing except for that last part that was pretty cool, and I'm mad I didn't think of that.
I thought about that late,
but yeah, I'm not gonna front, guys. I hit Oracle and I said, hey, I'm feeling real lazy. I don't know what to do for this sale, so I'm just gonna copy whatever you just did. And he was kind enough to tell me all the info.
Yes,
So
sir. Let's
50% off all sample packs until November. I said November until January. Not that
I
far.
was about to buy. Damn.
Till January. The course is already discounted. Voice tags are gonna be discounted. Super crazy. And then the total bundle is 80-90% off. So yeah, it's one of them.
There you go. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Shop with your boys. Cook up for the new year.
Facts. Finish out the year strong. Start the next year strong. Seriously, if you have not invested in yourself, whether it's with us or whether it's with somebody else, I feel like you should do something to invest in yourself at the end of the year and something to invest in yourself at the beginning of the year. So whether it's with us or whether it's with somebody else, just put your mind and your money and your efforts in the position to be serious about your business. You know what I mean? All right, man. I'm done. I'm done for the year, brother. What about you? Are you done for the year?
I am about to go upstairs and pour me a drink. I'm already planning it. I'm already figuring out what the ingredients I'm about to put in the drink.
Man, I don't know if someone special is in here watching me, but I would love to get some more bourbon and ginger ale. But anyway, listen, man, we've appreciated y'all for
Yes,
this
sir.
entire year. Thank you all for being here. It's been a very different type of year, and the fact that you persevered and you've been here with us through the whole thing, and even our newer people, thank you for being here. And a lot of y'all, you're on your second or third week, stick with us through the new year. We love y'all. Another year is coming up, more gems coming up, more outrageousness coming up, producer power summit, all the good stuff coming up.
Big facts.
Yeah, you made 2020 what it is, man. Hopefully, we made your 2020 a little bit better. And it's been another episode. Touche. It's been the last 2020 episode of UnQuantized podcast, and
Big
we will
facts.
see